Hey guys, it's Robyn, your Scentsy fragrance consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I've got a video I've had a few requests for over the last month or so, and that is a long and strong Scentsy fall winter catalog video. So I had done a couple videos in past seasons, like over the years, of particularly long lasting or particularly strong Scentsy catalog bars. And of course, over the years, those change because the catalog changes and things come in and out and all that stuff. So I thought I would do an updated, long-lasting, strong Scentsy video for catalog bars only for fall winter 2025. So if you're watching this video now as it goes up, this video will be in play and valid until all the way into end of February 2026. So the catalog season stays the same for about 6 months. So we are coming into a busy time of year. People are coming back inside. It's getting cooler outside in some areas. And so people are kind of coming inside and wanting to warm wax again when they maybe didn't as much in the summertime. So I have got a bunch of bars here next to me. I've got 3 categories. The first one is bars that are particularly strong. The second category is bars that are both strong and long lasting. And the third category is bars that are particularly long lasting, like they will go for days, but they're not necessarily particularly strong. So we have super strong, super long lasting, and then the ones that are both. So I've got three piles here. Now there are going to be a lot of bars that are in the catalog that we don't talk about in this video. And that does not mean they're not good bars. There are some of my very favorite bars in that catalog that we're not going to be talking about in this video because they're average performers. If it's an average performer like your Cider Mill, your Christmas Cottage, those are fantastic scents. I highly recommend those. But this video is for the longest, strongest ones, and they can't all be the longest and strongest because by definition, a lot of them have to be average for other ones to stand out. So these are the standouts in either longevity or strength. And so my definition of long lasting is going to be any bar that lasts more than 24 hours in my home. So if a bar goes for more than 24 hours, that is better than average in my home, in my experience. That's my gauge. And for strong, it's going to be kind of more dependent, I think, on your home and everything else. But these are ones that do particularly well in my home and fill the space in an open layout very well, and or are ones that I've heard from other people and customers that they do very well in their homes. So that is kind of what I'm going on as far as data gathering here. There's no quantifiable data. It's my experience in my home, in my area, and the opinions of others that I've heard. So what works well in most people's homes, or what throws well in most people's homes, is likely to throw well in your home too, but not a guarantee. So just an FYI, it just depends on your house, depends on the layout. I have got a friend who's got a very similar climate to where I live. She lives far away, but she's got a similar climate, a similar sized home. But there are times, and often the things that we melt do perform similarly in our homes, but there's fairly often where it's okay, a scent that throws really well in my home, she can't smell. Or a scent that I can't smell throws really well in her home. It just depends. I don't know what it is. I think it comes down to climate, humidity, all kinds of things. But yes, I just wanted to note that if there's a bar that you don't hear about in this video that you're interested in, ask around, message me, and I'll let you know how it performs. But there are going to be favorites in this video that I don't talk about because they're not especially strong or long lasting. So just an FYI, those bars that kind of perform at a medium strength are probably not going to be talked about in this video. So let's go in here with the bars that I think are particularly strong, stronger than average, and I think would do well in an average open layout. The first one we have here is Salted Caramel Cider. This is new this season to catalog, but we did have it in Holiday Bricks last year. Now I heard some people say this was more like a medium for them. I found it to be quite strong, but not terribly long lasting. For me in my home, this was a strong scent, but like a 12-hour scent. So it was kind of one of those ones where you get a lot of scent payoff, but not for a long time. And this one is fantastic. One of the best bars in the catalog. It is salted caramel, like a cidery spice, and apple. Oh, salted caramel apple and cider spice. It's so good. It is delicious. I think if you're a bakery fan, you'll like this. If you're a spice fan, you may like this. And if you're a fruity fan, you may enjoy this as well because there is a hefty amount of apple here. It's a really good one. So salted caramel cider, highly recommend. That's a good one. The next one we have here is Forever Fall. This had been a Harvest Collection bar a couple years ago. It came to catalog and we have it now still in the catalog. This one, I can't recall the notes. I think it was like a pumpkin, brown sugar. This one's getting kind of spicy on me. This one might be a year old. It has like a squashy pumpkin note. It smells like you took a squash or a pumpkin, cut it in half lengthwise, sprinkled brown sugar and cinnamon on top, and then roasted it in your oven. That is what this smells like. Like roasted pumpkin with spice and brown sugar. This one is kind of, for scent appeal, people love or hate this one because it is kind of that squashier pumpkin note. I like to mix this one with one that is in our both strong and long lasting category. White pumpkin and driftwood. We'll talk about that one in a minute. But this one mixes very well with that one. It kind of tones down the like squashiness. But this is a pleasant scent, especially if you enjoy pumpkin scents. It's a good one, and it is a good house filler. Again, not terribly long lasting. That's why it's not in the both category. But it is a good, strong performer, at least in most homes. Yeah, this is a good one. So Forever Fall. I think you need to be a bakery fan who is okay with a squashier pumpkin note, but there is some spice here as well, and just overall brown sugar bakery tones. It's very, very pleasant. Forever Fall. The next one we have here is an old classic favorite, and this is Apple and Cinnamon Sticks. This one's a good performer. It's in the spice category, I believe. This is a woodsy, spicy scent. Apple and Cinnamon Sticks makes you think very basic apple cinnamon. That is not what this scent is. This scent has a hefty amount of woods, I would say cedar wood. Yeah, there is a like hefty cedar wood note here. The apple is minimal. Like despite apple being in the name, it's minimal. This is a spiced like cinnamon cedarwood type scent with a little bit of apple. It is traditional, it's classic, and it's fall in a bar, and it is a stronger performer than average. So Apple and Cinnamon Sticks, there's that one. The next one we have here had been a holiday brick last year, and this is Wrapped in Lights. And I think for some people this will be more of a medium strength. In my home, this one was quite strong, like stronger than average. Yeah, this one is good. This one has, again, like a cider spice base, a hint of tree, and like red berries of some sort, maybe cranberry, but like holiday berries, a hint of tree, and cider spices, like mulling spices. It's very pleasant, very traditional holiday. Like it smells like classic 1990s Christmas. It's so, so good. And again, better than average performer, at least in my home. I believe there is pomegranate in there based on the pomegranates on the label. That could be the dark berries that we're smelling. Okay, next one here we have is a year-round offering, Blue Grotto. This one is a good performer in most homes. It is like lush botanicals and citrus. I get like lime, lemon, orange. It's all the citrus. And that lush botanicals, I think people are scared off from this bar, A, because it's blue for a citrus bar. This is a zingy, bright citrus bar. This is not a fall winter scent. This is a year-round scent that would appeal, I think, to most people year-round, maybe not in the winter. But if you live somewhere where it stays warm, Blue Grotto. And I think this is a nice one to have on hand anyways, just to have on hand, because it is a very refreshing, pleasant scent, and it performs very well in most spaces. So Blue Grotto. Again, really strong performer, not terribly long lasting, like an average length, average duration, but better than average for strength, I would say. But yeah, as I always say, the lush botanicals in there, don't be afraid of them. It does not smell green or planty. It's a bright, zingy citrus scent. The next one we have here is Spooky But Sweet. This had been a scent of the month. I think it was last year. This one has a little bit of cinnamon spice. It's got pumpkin. It's got like a caramel vanilla type tone to it. Yeah, it's a little spicy, but it's mostly sweet. It is a bakery category scent. It's pumpkin caramel vanilla, basically, with a hint of spice. The spice is not overly present here. Like there is a little bit of spice, but it's not too much. And it leans just a tiny bit smoky, like just the smallest amount. If you're afraid of smoky scents, I wouldn't let it put you off of this one, because it's just barely. Just like you're trick-or-treating, you got your nose in your bag of candy, but far a few blocks away, someone's got a wood stove going. It's so pleasant. So, so good. This one mixes especially well. My friend Bobby Jo Sidorko, who does have a YouTube here as well, she had come up with the mix of this with Apple Spice Season, which is also in the catalog. We're going to talk about it in a minute. This with Apple Spice Season, if you get one of these, if you get Spooky But Sweet, I would say definitely get Apple Spice Season as well, and vice versa. They pair fantastically well. Probably one of the best mixes I've ever done. So that was her idea, and it was a great one. So excellent. Spooky But Sweet. And yeah, as far as strength goes, I would say this is a little better than average. I wouldn't say it's like the strongest of the strong, but it is stronger than average. So it makes the list for strong. Next up here, we have a crowd favorite, and this one is a little polarizing. People love or hate it, but I think most people do really like this one. It is Blueberry Cheesecake. It's been in the catalog forever. It's available year round, and it is New York cheesecake with blueberry. It is blueberry cheesecake. There's nothing else like this one. It's a little bit tart, it's fruity, it's sweet, it's gourmand, and it does have that bit of a tartness to it that I think some people find difficult because it smells a little bit like cream cheese. You either like that or you don't, but the tartness could also be the blueberry, so it's tough to say. I like this one for mixing with other bakery things, but this one is very good on its own too, and much stronger than average. This will do most open layouts fairly nicely, I think. So blueberry cheesecake. Next one we have here is Sleigh Ride. This one is stronger than average in many homes, but I wouldn't say it's particularly long lasting. And again, that's why it's in this category. Sleigh Ride is the prettiest fresh air tree scent for people who don't like tree scents. It does have like that Christmas tree scent, and there's fresh air. But often when you think tree scent with fresh air, you're thinking a sharp, almost minty, cold smelling scent. This isn't that. This is sweet and green and crisp without being sharp. There isn't that sharpness you often get. There's a sweet berry note in here as well. I would say like a sugared cranberry. Overall, this is a fresh category scent. And it's it's like a warm, welcoming holiday tree type scent. It does still have like a fresh air note, but it doesn't lean minty. Like often fresh air or snow leans minty. This doesn't. It's so pleasant. It is a light green tree scent with sugared cranberries and fresh air, but just like a kind of that sweet, cold, fresh air without being minty. So pleasant. That is Sleigh Ride. And then finally here we have Sparkling Spice Citrus. And this one will be hit or miss for people. In my home, this one is blow you out of the house strong. Like take over the house, almost too strong. I've got a friend who loves this bar as well. Same size house as me, she can't smell this one in her house. So it just depends. But in my home, this one's crazy strong. This is a sweet, sweet mandarin. With the softest, gentle amount of spice, it is perfection. If you like spiced orange scents or even just Sparkling Spice Citrus, I think is a great name for this because it does spell sparkly. I would assume there's sugar in there sweetening that orange up, but you can't smell sugar or vanilla or anything like that. It is just a sweet, sparkly, bright, beautiful mandarin scent. Perfect, I think, for the holidays, but it came out in a Harvest collection one time. So anytime you want a beautiful, sweet mandarin with just a hint of spice, this is gorgeous. And again, I would say a house filler, at least in my home. And again, that's gonna depend on your home and your experience, but this one in my home was not terribly long lasting. I would say 12 hours, but it was extremely strong. So again, that one is one of the ones where your mileage may vary, like all of these are, but that one I do know has mixed experiences. We have also got a few strong bars here that are particularly strong that I don't have on hand, either because I don't happen to have one right now, or because they're not my cup of tea and I just don't have them. The first one is Snowberry. That one I do really like. That one is a very strong, like holiday berry scent with a tiny hint of tree. And again, it's just like a Christmassy berry scent. Tart, I would say cranberry. Very, very pleasant, very, very strong. The next one is Coconut Lemongrass. This is a year-round catalog scent. I don't have it on hand because it's not one I warm very much. It is coconut and lemongrass, and it's a fresh, clean, fruity type scent. So if you want that, that's a good one. I know people really like coconut lemongrass for kitchens because if you have cooking smells in your home, you can get them out with coconut lemongrass. The next one we have here is Alpine Escape is especially strong. That one, I'm not a tree scent person. And that one, Alpine Escape, if you are looking for one of those cold, like wintry tree scents, Alpine Escape is that. When you think cold wintry tree with that kind of minty chill and sharpness, that's Alpine Escape. Sleigh Ride doesn't have that, Alpine Escape does. And that's not my cup of tea personally, but I do know that there is a place for that scent and people do enjoy that type of scent. It's just not for me, so I don't have a bar. But Alpine Escape is a particularly good performer, as far as strength goes anyways. The next one we have here under strong is Frosted Marshmallow, which is a new release. I do have more on the way. I ordered more on September 1st. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that because it was a good one. It is like marshmallow, vanilla buttercream, and a tiny bit of cinnamon. It's so good and quite strong for a marshmallow scent. Really, really good. The last one we have here in the strong category is maple apple bourbon. This one has been around for a long, long time, and it is like a spiced maple bourbon scent, basically. Tiny bit of apple in there. It's kind of like an apple cider type apple. The maple is quite forward in that one. And maple is a difficult note for me. I like some maples. Like there's a maple note to me in Frights and Delights, which I do enjoy. It's like a sweet maple. The maple in maple apple bourbon, to my nose, just kind of catches in the back of my throat. I don't know. It's not for me. But maple apple bourbon is a popular one. It's been around for years for a reason. People love it. Okay, next up here, we have got long-lasting bars. These next set of bars are not necessarily particularly strong. They are light to light medium to medium strength. But when they're they're those ones where when you put them in the dish, they're going to go for days. So that's what we got here next. The first one is one I don't have a bar of. It is vanilla amber. That one is like a vanilla buttercream type scent with a bit of like a powdery amber note. And that one, I don't mind for mixing, but I just don't happen to have a bar of it on hand right now. The next one is kind of a holiday bar. This is Silver Bells. This one has like roasted pears and candy canes and maybe some brown sugar. I can't remember. It is a sweet, elegant, there's like almost like a musk note here, like a clean musk, but it's so well blended and it's not perfumey. It is just a pretty scent. I like this one for bedrooms around the holidays or even in just any time in winter. Silver Bells. This one again, it will be like a light medium to medium strength. If it's aged, this one is older. If it's aged, it can go a little bit like stronger. But overall, this one is more of a light medium to medium strength scent most of the time. And I would suggest it for bedrooms more than anything. But I have done this in my open layout with some success as well. The thing with this one though is it's going to go for like 3 days. It goes for a nice long time in regular size spaces. I think if you did this in an open layout, it would not last necessarily as long, but in smaller rooms or bedrooms, this one will go for quite some time. So Silver Bells. The next one, this one I almost put in the both category because this one, I've heard some people say it's a very, very strong performer as well, but in my home, this was very long lasting. This is not a scent I particularly love myself, but this one is wildly popular. Almost everyone really loves this one. And I do like it on cold, but something happens to it on warm for me. This one is Cinnamon Pine Cones. And this had been a scent of the month a couple years ago, and it's come to the catalog and it's been a favorite since for so many people. This one is like a roasty toasty pine cone scent with cinnamon. It's almost got like a sweet background as well. I'm not sure what that would be. Not like bakery sweet. I mean like a fruity sweet, but I can't pinpoint the fruit. Maybe apple. There's also like a sweet tree here as well, but very, very little. Not very much. It is mostly a roasty toasty cinnamon pine cone type scent. It is very cozy and warm. I think you do have to like I wouldn't even, it's not smoky, it's roasty, if that makes sense. Like it smells like roasty toasty pine cones without being smoky or charred in any way at all. So there is cinnamon pine cones. And again, this one goes for quite some time, a couple days in my home. But I have heard some people say it's especially strong in their home too. So if you're looking for a strong one too, this one almost made that both category. But I haven't found it to be more than like a medium strength. So for me, I just put it in the long lasting category. But this one teetered that line. It was almost both. Next here we have Bora Bora Blossom. This one is like a medium strength, but it goes for a good couple days and it's beautiful. Now this one is an odd choice, I think, for the fall winter catalog, but I'm glad they put it in. I've had this in my club for years. This is a scent I love. It is sweet, it's clean, it's bright, it's airy, and it sounds very floral with a name like Bora Bora Blossom and this purple wax. And it is floral, but it's more of like a sweet, fresh scent to me. Like it's not a traditional floral. It's not a powdery floral. It's not a heady or perfumey floral. It's a fresh, clean, crisp, airy floral. It smells like you're on holidays at a beautiful resort and you're going for a morning walk at like 6 a.m. before it gets hot out. And it's just cool and crisp and like lush with like sweet florals in the air. That's what this smells like. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I am not a super big floral fan generally, but this is a scent that I've had in my club, like I said, for years. And I don't keep floral scents in my club because I don't warm floral scents. But this one I do, and I love it. So this one, again, fairly long lasting, goes for a good couple days, about a medium strength. And if you haven't tried it before, I would strongly encourage you to, even if you're not typically a floral fan, because this one is not your average floral. It is really beautiful. So that is Bora Bora Blossom. I love that one. Next up here, we have Polar Bear Hug, and mine's missing its top here. Polar Bear Hug has been around for a good long time, and this one, again, is like a medium strength, light medium to medium. Good for bedrooms, but it's one of those ones, you put it in a bedroom, it's gonna go for like 4 or 5 days. It is a like blackberry jam, brown sugar, and like a fluffy, cozy laundry scent almost, which sounds like an odd combination, but this works. This is so well blended. It's clean, it's cozy, it's soft, it's fluffy, it's sweet. And that blackberry jam, I think people think it's going to be bakery. It's not bakery. It is a fresh category scent. And it does smell fresh and clean, like clean dryer sheet blankets. But with that sweet kind of brown sugar jam edge. It is so good. So good. Polar Bear Hug. That's a good one. It ages very well as well. Like I said, it'll go for days. That's a good one. Really nice for bedrooms, adults or kids. The next one here for long lasting is Frosted Fantasy. This had been a holiday collection bar last year. And this one, to my nose, is like a sister to Luna, which we're going to talk about next. Spoiler alert. This one is fresh and clean. There's nothing particularly wintry about this, to my nose. Like, I don't get the frosted part so much. It's a sweet, gently perfumey scent. Beautiful for bedrooms. I would not try this in an open layout. I don't think it's strong enough. Again, it's like a medium, light medium to medium strength. But for bedrooms, this is fantastic. And again, it goes for a good couple days. So lovely. And when I say a couple days, I mean like I keep my warmers on 24 hours. So I mean like 48 hours. If you're a person who leaves your warmers on for like 8 hours a day, it's going to last way longer for you. So yeah, Frosted Fantasy, longer lasting than average and very, very pretty, especially for bedrooms. Finally, in this category, we have Luna. This is a year-round available scent that we have all the time. It's probably Scentsy's very best-selling scent. This one is like red berries, jasmine, freesia. It's light florals, light soft florals, a little bit of berries, and maybe a little bit of musk as well. It's very, very pretty. Yeah, it's just very, very pretty. It's pretty, it's clean, it's soft, and very, very approachable. Again, if you haven't tried Luna, it's easy to fall into the radar because we always have it, and so people just kind of overlook it. But if you've never tried Luna, I would encourage you to try it. It is on the lighter side. I would say probably stick to bedrooms with this one, but it gets to be like a light medium after some time. If you use a new bar, it's going to be on the light side. I would use more wax than average. But again, it's one of those ones where it's not going to be particularly strong at all. But when you put it in, it's going to go for a good couple days. So that's Luna. Very, very nice. Another one that I just remembered that I would add to the long-lasting category, and I do have a bar of this, I'm not going to go grab it right now, but it is a new release. It's called Golden Sunflower Fields. It's the yellow bar. That one is especially long-lasting. I would say medium strength, verging on more than that, but at least a solid medium strength, but it goes for like 4 days, 5 days. It goes for a long, long time. So Golden Sunflower Fields, if you're looking for an average strength bar that goes for a good long time, Golden Sunflower Fields is it's got like hay and apples and sunflowers. It's perfect for September, I think. It's kind of that nice fall, like summer to fall transition type bar. Beautiful. All right. Okay, now we are at the pile that is probably what most of you are looking for. This is long lasting and stronger than average. So this is like the holy grail bars. If you have a hard to scent space, most of these are going to be good options for you. And I will do a quick summary at the end of scents that I think would work in your house if you have an especially hard to scent house. I'm talking dual floors with like extra high ceilings and just extra wide open spaces. If that's your home, you're going to need more than one warmer, probably more than 2 or 3 warmers even. But I'm going to go through some bars that I think would work well if that is the case in your home. We'll do that at the end. Okay, catalog bars that are both longer lasting than average and stronger than average. First one we have here is White Pumpkin and Driftwood. This one was a Harvest Collection bar a couple years ago. This one is, I would say, on the strong side. I have heard some folks say it's more like a medium in their home. This, especially after it's sat for like a few months, it is strong, strong. And in my home, this was strong. So it's on the strong side. It is a driftwood, gentle spice. It is a sophisticated scent with pumpkin. If you are okay with a slightly masculine lean, and I don't mean by much, it's not cologne-y. It's just got this kind of like very woodsy, like driftwood. Not like teak wood or cedar wood, like a clean driftwood. There's that. There's some spice here. I would say maybe some clove and cinnamon. There is a classic pumpkin note here that I really, really like. There's something smoothing this. I would say vanilla or tonka or something. This is something that you would wear, I feel like. This is like a upscale Pottery Barn style scent. Or something you would use as a body wash. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's sophisticated and elegant and lovely. And goes for a good couple days and is very, very strong. White pumpkin and driftwood. And again, like I said, this one mixes especially well with that Forever Fall bar that was in the strong category. Next one we have here is Leaves and Lavender. Now this one barely made this category because this one is quite long lasting and it's like just barely above medium strength. So it's not like crazy, crazy strong, but it is both stronger than average and more long lasting than average. So it did make this category. This one is gorgeous. This is a new release last year. This has almost like a tea note to it. Like a beautiful black tea with some sugar. There's like an apple spice note here as well. Dry leaves and lavender. I would say the lavender is more like a lavender black tea than pure lavender. This one is not very lavender forward. So if you don't care for lavender, I would still give this a try. But I think you do have to enjoy kind of a classic apple spice dry leaf scent. Because this one, if I could compare it to anything, is very similar to Bath & Body Works leaves scent. This one I think is a little bit prettier. It's got that kind of black tea and the lavender smoothing it out. I think I almost prefer this one. Although I do love Bath & Body Works leaves. This is beautiful. And again, longer lasting than average, stronger than average, very, very good. This one I will say is polarizing as far as scent appeal. This is one of those ones where you either love it or you hate it. I love it. I have heard quite a few people say they don't care for this one, and I think what throws people is that dry leaf note. If you don't tend to like those dry leaf type scents, this one might be one you want to skip. But it is gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Leaves and lavender. Next one we have here is a licensed bar, and this is Harry Potter Wizarding World. This one has all kinds of stuff in the notes. There is like 7 scent notes or something on this one, but I don't feel like the scent notes on this one describe what it actually smells like. This is a kind of cologne-y type scent, but like an austere, elegant, fancy, bookish type cologne. Like, it smells like a school library cologne. I would say light musk. I would almost say like a tea type base in this one as well. There is some citrus there in the base, but the citrus is just adding brightness and some sharpness. It's not adding like orange. This is woodsy, sophisticated, austere is the word that comes to mind. It is one of the strongest bars in the catalog and one of the most long lasting. This is one of the ones, like crazy strong, crazy long lasting, one of the top performers in the catalog as far as like throw and longevity. If you have a hard to scent space, get yourself some Wizarding World and go easy because one cube will go a long way. This one is very, very strong. So it's very, very good. And even if you're someone who doesn't typically like cologne scents, I don't typically like cologne scents myself, at least not in my home, like for home fragrance, this is quite nice. Like this is, go easy on it, but it is quite nice. This is a good scent for September. It smells like back to school and like, you know, tweed jackets with leather patches on the elbows. Like it smells like that. So Harry Potter Wizarding World, very good performer. Next here we have Balsam Spice. This was a new release, I think it was last year. This one has balsam, I want to say cinnamon. Oh, it's so lovely. It is like a roasty toasty pine cone balsam scent with cinnamon. This is the holidays. This is a Christmas time scent, deep winter, that sort of thing. This is lovely. And again, stronger than average, and it goes for a good couple days at least. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you are someone who is okay with tree scents, you need to get this one. And even if you're someone who's not normally, this is one to consider. It is a tree scent. Like, it is straight up a tree scent. It's not even like a borderline one. Sleigh Ride, I would say, is more approachable for people who are iffy on tree scents. Sleigh Ride's more approachable. This is more of your classic, like, tree scent. But the cinnamon and the roasty note here and the pine cone, like, it all just works. And I think it's just so, so perfect for the holidays. And again, stronger than average, longer lasting than average, balsam spice. That one was quite popular last year, as far as I could tell. Next here we have another very, very strong fall scent. This one is Apple Spice Season. This had been a Harvest Collection bar last year, and it thankfully returned to the catalog this year, which was fantastic. Oh my goodness, it's so good. This one is apple, pumpkin, and spice. This one smells very traditional. It reminds me of scents like Autumn Sunset, Autumn Hearth, apple and cinnamon sticks. Those very classic, traditional, like 1990s style fall scents. That's kind of what Apple Spice Season reminds me of. Pumpkin apple spice, classic, classic, classic. And strong and long lasting. Very, very good. This is a good open layout bar. And like I said, this one mixes especially well with Spooky But Sweet, which is a stronger than average bar. So when you mix these two, I do 1 cube to 1 cube in the same warmer dish all throughout the space. That mix, so good. So, so good. So well balanced. Because you have this kind of like pumpkin caramel vanilla mixed with this apple pumpkin spice. Oh, so good. Yeah, I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna put these aside. Next one we have here is a brand new scent this season. This is Lavender Woods. Now this is one that I'm not sure. It is a lavender scent, and people are kind of iffy with lavender sometimes. I like lavender, but I know it's a scent that people are kind of yes or no on. And this is lavender forward. I think you do have to like lavender for this one. The woods here seem quite clean. It's not like a cedar wood or a heavy scent. I would say this is a fresh type scent. To me, this is like a lavender cleaner type scent, a little bit airy. The performance on this one though, this one is quite a bit stronger than average and goes for quite a while as well. Like, I get a few days out of this one. Lavender Woods. If you're okay with lavender, I would give this one a try. That is a good performer. I do think this would be very open layout worthy if you enjoy the scent as well. I will say for me personally, there is a little bit of like a cleaner note here that I think is really well suited to bathrooms, but I think if you're doing a cleaning day in your home, it could work really well as well. Yeah, but just know that there is like a very clean vibe about this lavender scent. So Lavender Woods, better performer than average. Next here we have one that's available year round. This is Jammy Time. Jammy Time is like sweet freesia, like cotton. Oh, it's so strong. This is so strong. A little goes a long way. I have never melted more than 1 cube of this at a time. I think this is my original clamshell from when I first joined Scentsy, and I just finished it like this week. I have this going in my laundry room. I put this in on Saturday or Sunday last week. It is Friday. And it's still going. So it's been like almost a full week and it's doing great. So Jammy Time, one of the longest lasting scents I've ever used and much stronger than average as well. So Jammy Time, again, if you have an especially hard to scent space, this will do it. Jammy Time. It's a clean laundry scent, kind of a cuddly, cozy, clean laundry scent. The next one we have here that is a new release as well, extra strong, extra long lasting, is Wild Pine and Linen. This one was a very good performer. It is kind of a sweet pine. It's got clean cotton. I would say like fresh from the washer kind of cotton. So it does kind of verge a little bit laundry. There's a little bit of lavender here. I'm not really smelling it so much. I don't really get it on warm either. Yeah, it's almost like a clean, verging on soapy pine tree laundry type scent. Again, very strong, very long lasting. If you have a hard to scent space, this would make a wonderful open layout scent, I think. So that is Wild Pine and Linen. And then finally, we have another new release this season. And this one, again, I think would make a fabulous open layout scent for fall or winter. And this is Old Fashioned Evening. This one is cherry, sandalwood, and I can't remember what else. Almost like I think it's vanilla orchid they have in the notes. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. This is a bright, fruity cherry. So if you like fruity scents, this is one for you. It has a slightly perfumey note in the base, which is like that vanilla orchid. It's kind of that like sweet musk that is popular in perfumes right now, that kind of trendy sweet musk note. That's in here in the base, and not too much of it. And then the sandalwood, I pick up more on warm than I do on cold, but to me it reads more like cedarwood. Like it smells more like cedarwood than sandalwood to me on warm, but it's gorgeous. Super strong, like super strong, and then super long lasting, lasts for a couple, 2 to 3 days at least. So that is Old Fashioned Evening. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I have a couple other honorable mentions I don't have bars of, but they fit this category. The first one is Clothesline. It's available year round. It is our kind of classic clean laundry scent. It smells like your classic laundry scent. When you think classic laundry scent, that's Clothesline. It's a floral, like kind of lily-based laundry scent. There's that one. It's very strong, very long lasting. And then we have Very Snowy Spruce as well. And again, I'm not a pine tree person, so I don't have Very Snowy Spruce. I've given all mine away to friends and family. Very Snowy Spruce is a very popular tree scent Scentsy carries. It's a classic kind of Christmas tree type scent or holiday pine tree type scent. It is a little sharp for my taste personally. I prefer Balsam Spice and Sleigh Ride, but Very Snowy Spruce is your traditional classic, pine tree scent. So if that is something that you love and you look forward to every holiday season, I know many of you do, because that one does very well. People love Very Snowy Spruce. That one is especially strong and especially long lasting as well. Okay, now really quick, if you have like the hardest house to scent ever, you have like really interesting architectural features, you've got extra high ceilings and all that stuff going on, here's the ones I'd suggest you try. Coconut Lemongrass, let's see here, Clothesline, Balsam Spice, Apple and Cinnamon Sticks, White Pumpkin and Driftwood, Apple Spice Season, Lavender Woods, Jammy Time, especially Jammy Time. Like if you pick one, Jammy Time. Old Fashioned Evening, a close runner-up. Old Fashioned Evening is very strong and long-lasting. Wizarding World, those three. Like if you're gonna pick three, Old Fashioned Evening, Jammy Time, Wizarding World. And then Wild Pine and Linen, it's also a really good one, and Salted Caramel Cider. Those are the ones that I think would work well for most very large spaces. And again, if you have one of those very hard to scent spaces, please chime in the comments what works well in your home. Please put it in the comments below so that other people in that same situation can get advice from you as well. I've also had quite a few requests to come up with 6-packs. People often want to buy a 6 bundle of bars, which makes perfect sense. And sometimes people will just ask me to pick bars for them. And so if I'm doing that, and if I know nothing about your scent preferences, and I'm just picking 6 bars that I think would work well in most homes, that most people would enjoy, I've got 2 6-pack ideas here. One is for the fall, one is for like winter holidays. So the fall one, my 6-pack, and not all of these are extra strong or long lasting, some of these are average performers. The first one is Cider Mill. That one is a fantastic, I think you have to try it in the fall. It's a very average performer. Apple Spice Season, which was on our list here today. Caramel Apple Cider, which was on our list here today. Leaves and Lavender, which was on our list today as well. Spooky But Sweet, which was on our list today as well. And Autumn Road Trip, which was not on our list today. It's a very average performer, in my home at least. So 6-pack, Cider Mill, Apple Spice Season, Salted Caramel Cider, Leaves and Lavender, Spooky But Sweet, and Autumn Road Trip would be the fall 6-pack I would suggest to someone who I was just picking bars for that I think are hits. Like most people are gonna like those. So those are the ones. Leaves and Lavender is a little bit of a wild card. The reason I added Leaves and Lavender is because I think each of these 6-packs needs a bedroom appropriate scent. And the rest of the scents in that 6-pack are like open layout, main living area type scents. So I wanted to give like a fall appropriate bedroom scent. If you don't care for Leaves and Lavender or the leaf note scares you, you could sub that out for Frosted Fantasy. Holiday 6-pack. The first one here I have is Silver Bells. That's kind of your bedroom scent of the bunch. Silver Bells, Christmas Cottage. Christmas Cottage was not on our list today. It's a fantastic, like best holiday scent ever. It's Valencia orange, cinnamon, and raspberry. It's so good. That one is on the list. It's a very average performer though, so it didn't make the list today. Balsam Spice, we did talk about today. Cinnamon Pine Cones, again, not my personal favorite, but enough people love it that I think it's a fairly safe bet. Wrapped in Lights, love, classic holiday. And then Old Fashioned Evening, because it's a strong fruity scent, and I know a lot of people love fruity scents, so Old Fashioned Evening would be my next pick. If you wanted to play it extra safe and get rid of Cinnamon Pine Cones, you could sub it out for Perfect Peppermint, which I think would be a good addition because it's just a plain mint scent, or Candy Cane Buttercream. I would prefer Perfect Peppermint myself because I think it performs better, whereas I find candy cane buttercream, while popular, is very, very light. So that would be my 6-pack suggestions for the holidays. Silver Bells, Christmas Cottage, Balsam Spice, Cinnamon Pine Cones, which you could sub out for a mint scent, Wrapped in Lights, or Old-Fashioned Evening. So that is the 6-packs I would recommend if people were just asking for a 6-pack of just easy grab bars for fall or the holidays. And as far as houses go, it's going to depend on your particular home, because like my home is not particularly large. I do have a large open living area space, and I do find that medium strength bars do okay in my open layout most of the time. So in my open layout, medium strength is okay. In your open layout, it may or may not be okay. In your open layout, maybe you need a stronger bar if it's larger and, you know, bigger and more spacious. If you have a smaller open layout or one that's kind of sectioned off a little bit more into, you know, zones, maybe it's going to be a little bit different, and you can do medium strength in your open layout as well. But yeah, it's going to depend on your house as far as what strength works where. But again, if you pick any of the bars that were either strong or both in this video, most of those should be okay for most open layouts, I would say. Please do chime in the comments if there's any bars that I missed that you think are particularly long lasting or are particularly strong that are in the catalog. Please chime in with those below and let us know. And yeah, hope that was fun, hope that was helpful, hope that was fun. Happy melting. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.